through the windows, I can kind of see this like shiny, too shiny, like something. I don't know what it is. And I'm looking at it and I'm looking at it. And then I realize it's a pair of sunglasses, like a big pair of sunglasses. And then I see this grin, this big, bearded, toothy grin. One of my early favorite stories was there still is a great blues harmonica player and songwriter, John Németh, who I had heard as his Memphis Grease record. I think just a really great soul modern record, but with an old soul R&B sound. And I've been telling everybody at the time I knew about, man, I just love this guy. You got to listen to him. You got to listen to him. And he's still on the road today. And one of the drummers I was playing with at the time said, "Oh yeah, I know John. I've played for him before." And he said, "Yeah, I'll get you in touch." And I was like, "Whoa!" Like at the time, I was like, "This guy's like untouchable. He's way up. He's way up in the stratosphere." But yeah, he put me in touch, or I take that back. He didn't put me in touch. He just let John know about me because he was coming to a show near Rochester, or doing a show near Rochester. So I got there real early because I wanted to maybe meet him or just say hi to him. And so my dad and I pull up to the venue, and there's this old Fanatics out in Lima, New York. They have a lot of great music come through there. And my dad and I pulled up to this parking lot, and there's this old camper van parked in the parking lot. Come to find out, it just kind of like lives at the venue and hasn't moved in like 20 years. But I thought, my naive, I was like, this is the band van, man. This is where John rolled up in. And so I'm like kind of poking my head around, thinking, oh, maybe I just want to see what a band van looks like. What is this? And so we're kind of poking our heads in the windows, and through the windows, I can kind of see this like shiny, too shiny, like something. I don't know what it is. And I'm looking at it and I'm looking at it. And then I realize it's a pair of sunglasses, like a big pair of sunglasses. And then I see this grin, this big, bearded, toothy grin of John, and it's John. And he's looking back at me and he goes like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, sorry." And he comes out, and it just, in my head, it's like this movie where like, it's not that he kicked open the camper door, but it swung open, and this big cloud of, sure it was nothing bad or anything, just big cloud followed him out the door. He's like, "Hiya," or something. He's from Memphis, so he's like kind of got this southern way of talking. And I said, "Hey man, I'm Neil. I'm really looking forward to hearing you." And he said, "Neil, I heard about you. I heard you're a picker." And I was like, wow, geez, this drummer that I knew really, really did reach out to him. And he said, "Yeah, looking forward to having you at the show." And I didn't think too much of it. We talked a little bit. And then we're in the show. It's a great show. Great band. Danny Banks on the drums, Matt Wilson, I think playing bass for that show. And no, Matt was playing guitar, and Jerry was playing keys and bass with his left hand. Really great show. And towards the end of the show, he sent the band away, and I thought he was just going to do just him singing and harmonica or something. And he said, "I got a friend in the house." And he calls me up on stage. First time I'd ever met the guy. I met him in the parking lot. And he calls me up, and he just had me play guitar. There was no band. And I realized later that I think he was kind of testing me, because it's easy to sit in with a band. You can just wail away. But to just hold it down by yourself, especially with just a harmonica player, a little bit tougher. And I was so nervous. All I could think the whole time was, it was a simple 1-4-5, and all I could think the whole time was just don't screw it up, man. Just don't screw it up. Just don't mess up. And then halfway, and I got a video of it somewhere. And halfway through, I'm taking a solo or something between him singing, and he just grabs the mic. He says to the crowd, "I just met this guy in the parking lot." And it just was a really, really cool experience. And we've stayed in touch ever since then. Every once in a while, shoot him a message, try to catch him when he comes up through town here. But that was just a really cool way to meet him, and then a chance to play with him. Just especially then when I was younger. I think I might have been 19 or 20 or something at the time. It meant a lot. It was cool to have someone of that caliber call me up and let him play with him. So. Yeah, meeting John Németh, that was that was an experience.